Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Thursday the 16th of February. So here we have our two tables in front of us. We have two types of tables. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. These are the same studies but just highlighting different time frames. Now you can see today all the currencies are highlighted in green. That means there is a confluence between all the currencies that are featured here today, and that's where we're focusing our attention in these videos. The tables auto update every 15 minutes 24/7, so our members can access the markets and see how they are in real time. So what are they showing us today? Well, it shows us that the US dollar is the strongest currency on the trend traders, but is the second strongest on the day traders. The Canadian dollar is the second strongest on our trend traders, but tops our day traders chart. The Swiss franc is the third strongest on both. The yen is the weakest currency on both tables. The New Zealand dollar is the second weakest currency on both tables. And pound is the third weakest currency on the tables. So we focused on a few pairs this week. We've featured pound US dollar a few times. We featured New Zealand US dollar, things like that. So I'm actually going to, and even we featured CAD yen, and CAD yen tops the day traders, telling us that the momentum's continued. So I want to go and talk about CAD yen because we've already featured this most recently, and if we take a look at the chart here, we can see that when we featured it, we were talking about the break and close of this 99 area through here. We saw that breakout. We then talked about a retracement down to retest in and around those highs and look for your long opportunity. So we don't need to rehash everything that we went over in that video, but please go take a look at that video if you want to see the sort of before move. And what we talked about was price coming back into these highs and moving to the upside. So if you're taking a position on the retest on this H4 chart, you would be about 116 pips up at the moment, targeting the 101. It gives us 192 pips potential here. Now I wanted to bring up CAD yen again because if we do go up to that weekly time frame, we can see that price recently found support at this trend line. It's bouncing to the upside. Those recent highs at the 101 look likely to be tested. If we were to trade above the 101, we've got the 104 spot 50 to go up to next, which is that double top neckline. So really like the idea of staying long in this market. Now if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, let me actually go a little bit lower. Let's go the hourly. You can see I've mapped out a little bit of an area here. So we've got this kind of consolidation after price has pushed to the upside. So I want to see price push to the upside again out of this consolidative area. Alternatively, if we were to break to the downside, I'd be looking for price to come back into previous structure high, or maybe even this demand zone that goes a little bit lower. So I'd like to see one or two things happen here, either that pullback into that demand zone or the breakout of this little area through here. So keep your eye on CAD yen. That's one I'm definitely looking for at the moment, looking to see if price will trade out of this zone and continue higher. If you did get long down in here, that's a great trade. You can secure some profits on this move, maybe even bring your stops up between these lows here, just to give yourself a bit of breathing room for the market to continue higher. Right, the next currency pair of interest then is Kiwi CAD. So Kiwi CAD is an old favorite of ours. We've been long in that market for a while now. However, most recently the environment or the conditions around that market have changed and we've now been short in that market. So let's go take a look at Kiwi CAD because CAD is strong at the moment. So we want to be looking to take advantage of those moves. And the last time we talked about Kiwi CAD again was when price had traded through this consolidative zone. We traded to the downside. We talked about looking for price to come back within this area through here, looking to see if price will continue to the downside. We even talked about the break of the high here or a retest of the high before looking for the short. So again, if you were involved in Kiwi CAD around that type of area, you can see that price has fallen now to the downside over 260 pips, and we're looking for that to continue. The reason why we're looking for that to continue is because of the tables, but because price is in an area as well, where it could come down to the next level of support, which I've got marked out as the 0.8350. You can see these highs back through here. That was April and May. Potentially price coming back down into this area here before looking for that continuation higher. So looking for that move. If price then continues down out of here, great. We can still look for further downside. Maybe even price wants to revisit these lows, but that's way off at the moment. Instead, we'll be looking to see if we can trade back down to this point. Now, if I go down into that 4 hour, you can see that I've mapped out a little bit of a consolidation in here. So price is making lower highs, lower lows, okay, but we're kind of squeezing within this pattern. So I want to be looking to maybe see price come to the high of the pattern, looking for price maybe to come back to 0.8450, and then looking to get short again, looking to see if we can trade down to that area of support just below, which is that 0.8350 handle. Plus that'd give us a nice 100 pip move to continue there. If you did look for the short here, like I said, that was a great move. If you then waited for the break and retest of 0.8550, that was also a very good move to get on the back of. Now we're in this squeeze pattern. I want to be looking to see if price will trade lower down to our next key supporting point. So hopefully that all made sense. Hopefully you've managed to catch a couple of these moves, whether it be Kiwi CAD or CAD Yen, and I will speak to you in the next video. Cheers.